RE/MAX and ColoradoSpringsForeclosureDeals.com. It will get like 590 Camrose Drive. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage home with over 3,000 square foot of living space on this property and a walkout basement. You're going to love this property. What a great value. They're still out there, guys, but you got to act quickly because they sell very, very fast in this market. Come on, let's take a look. As we walk up the driveway here, amongst other things, is that the wood is bare down here. Now, VA is very big on wood being non-exposed, so paint is going to be a big factor on this property. And that's just the beginning of it. This has some siding damage on the side of the property, which we're going to see in just a minute. So let's head on in, give you a quick look around so you can see what we're dealing with here. As you walk into the property, you'll notice right out of the gate, it's actually not in terrible shape. I mean, it needs the basics. We have some flooring needs. The carpet is in sketchy shape at best. There's some questionable paint tones in here. But guys, that's what buying a foreclosure is all about, right? We want to get in here, add some sweat equity, paint it, floor it, add some equity instantaneously. This is a value to you because you're buying it with equity out of the gate. So you add a couple $1,000s to this property, and in this case, you're picking up to $80,000 worth of sweat equity on this home. Let's continue on. We're in the dining room area, and you can see here, got a little bit of drywall damage there. It looks like they started to patch it, but didn't finish that. We walk over from there into the kitchen area. And what I noted about the kitchen is it's not in terrible shape, you know. The cabinets are decent, the countertops are a little dated, but all in all, you know, as far as remodels go, we paint this up, add some amenities. We're not looking to do a ton of work on this property. It really is just kind of a painted, carpeted, and go as far as the interior goes. There are some bigger issues on the exterior, which we'll take a look at. I do want to point out some awesome views. We're going to see this when we wrap up the video, but you can see out back, we've got a massive lot. Great Pikes Peak views. We'll show you the backyard when we get to that point. From here, I do want to take you on second living room here. You know, set your couch out, etc. After you've recarpeted this area, that's going to be good to go. And then we have a half bath, and the laundry room is over in this area. So take a look here. We have lino floors, a little bit darker on the paint job. Nothing serious, but if you head back there a little bit, you'll be able to see, you know, what's left of this room here and what needs to be done to the laundry room and the half bath, which honestly is not that much. It's pretty much a very easy remodel, not a ton of work to worry about. Let's continue on. We're going to check out the basement first because it is unfinished, so I want you to see that first. We'll head downstairs. And on the way to an unfinished basement, there's usually not that much to look at, but this is no exception, except this is a walkout lot. That's super important from an appraisal angle because a walkout basement adds a ton more value than a completely underground basement. You can actually appraise walkout square footage when it's finished at the same price per square foot as the upper square footage, and that adds a ton of value if you're looking for that. So here we are in the basement. It is fundamentally unfinished. The MLS mentions about 118 square foot of it finished, and it is just this one bedroom back here that has been finished out. Looks like the homeowner did the finish on this relatively recently. The carpet definitely needs some work still, but other than that, that room is pretty much good to go. So wide open spaces, you can finish this to whatever you wanted. More living room space if you wanted. A theater room off to the side if you will. The water heater and furnace look relatively recent. They're over here. And this basement is in fact plumbed for another bathroom. So as you can see here, you could put a bathroom off to the side here, and it's got the model block plumbing system here, which is designed not to freeze, but the MLS does mention there are some piping issues on the property, so we won't know the full extent of that until we get the water turned back on. But right over here, you can see that the copper has been cut off of the water heater. So obviously there is some obvious repairs need to be done, and we might find some other stuff as well. This is not super expensive stuff, guys. Again, when you're thinking big picture, $80,000, $90,000 worth of equity, spending $1,000 or $2,000 on plumbing is not that big of a deal. And people who are investing in real estate realize that you have to invest a little to make a lot. That's what it takes to make money in this business. So walk out basement, you can see the patio slider there. We've seen the lower bedroom. Come on upstairs. I want to check out the upstairs bedrooms and bathrooms, of which we now have 3 more to look at. Bear with me, I'm limping a little bit today. All right. Heading on upstairs. As we get up there again, carpeting could use some work. I do like that it's got some bright open spaces here on the way up the stairs. And we have 2 more bedrooms a bathroom, and a master up here. So we'll take a look in bedroom number 1. Pretty good size. I do want to point out while we're up here, another concern on this property is the T-lock shingle roof. It's hard to get insurance on this type of roof. They usually have to be replaced. So again, this is more likely to lend itself to a conventional financing or a cash buyer because of the condition of the house. But again, you're getting so much equity that's totally worth it doing the financing and putting the bucks in, because there's a lot of return to be made on this one. We have bathroom, no power here, but we have a guest bath. If you want to head on inside there, you can take a look. Lino floors, decent tile surround, not much work to be done. Simple updating will do the job. Bedroom number 2, same as before, a couple holes in the wall, but nothing serious, right? We'll paint it, we'll floor it. This room's gonna be race ready relatively quickly without much cost to you. And finally, I was extremely impressed by the master bedroom on this property. Actually a really good size. Check out the full depth of this room here. Goes all the way back, tons of square footage all the way back. Not much to do in this room except paint it and carpet it. It does have an attached master bath and a huge walk-in closet. Too bad there's not more lighting here, but you can see here, plenty of room for clothes and shoe storage. Definitely a really good sized closet, on this property. And then a nice master bath off to the side, 5-piece, complete with shower, garden tub, and again, taking advantage of the gorgeous views that come off of this lot. There are the mountains off in the distance. So lot-wise, you can't go wrong. It's an elevated lot here. You are going to put in some work, but I think that's why some of the siding damage took place on this property. I do want to point out one interesting thing we saw when we were walking through is check out this hole here. Usually not a good sign if you can see daylight through your walls, okay? What this means is the siding has been taken off here. We saw this when we were walking through. Pretty big deal. The siding's gonna have to be redone. And again, that's what it's gonna prevent most FHA and VA financing from this. A conventional loan will do it, hard money cash. If you're looking for financing, I can help to arrange that with you. We work with the top lenders here in town, and financing is a possibility with the right amount of money down. You are not limited to VA or FHA financing. When you're buying a deal, generally you don't wanna use that. As always, we're going to wrap up out of the back deck, give you the rundown, and encourage you to get started with us. As we're heading downstairs, I want to remind you, the market is changing fast, guys. We are making national news for the shortage of inventory we have in the market right now. People from all over the country, courtesy of U.S. News and Forbes magazine, are moving to Colorado Springs, Colorado. What this means is if you're going to invest in real estate, this is the time now this is the place, Colorado Springs, Colorado. So if you're out there wondering whether you should buy a home, don't pay the ridiculous rental rates right now. They're only going to continue to head north as more and more people move into town. Let's wrap this thing up, head to the backyard, let you check out the rest of the views and this gorgeous deck off the back of this property. Here we go. All right, take this all in real quick. I promise you a big lot with nice views. Check out just how deep this lot goes all the way to the back there. Obviously, a decent amount of fence repair is gonna be needed. The wind has definitely done some damage to this property, and we showed you just a piece of it, but that siding off to the side is literally ripped off the side of the property, so you're gonna need to invest some money in siding. These are the things you gotta do to buy a house with this much equity in it. Let's wrap this thing up. We're at 590 Camrose Drive. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage home with 3,100 square feet of living space, including the unfinished walkout basement. This is priced about $80,000 to $90,000 below the neighborhood comps all around it. Just get a feel for the neighborhood that you're in. Generally speaking, homes in this area are selling between $250,000 and $270,000, but this is priced well below that. To find out what it's priced at, simply click on the link as part of this video. We'll get you hooked up with our lending team, get you a showing on this property. Literally, guys, homes are selling in 6 to 8 hours on the market here. So if you want to buy a great deal, you got to act quickly. Give us a call, click on the link and schedule the showing. We'll get you started. With that, this is Donnie Corum with the Integrity team at Remax Real Estate Group and Colorado Springs Foreclosuredeals.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are the future.